One of the big questions that I had before buying a van was what kind of gas mileage am I going to be getting? I had a hard time finding a consistent answer. It depended on where I looked, but the first Google search says this. A Ram ProMaster 3500 typically gets around 14 to 15 miles per gallon based on real-world driving and reports, as full-size vans like Ram ProMasters are not officially tested by the EPA for fuel economy, meaning the mileage may vary depending on driving conditions and loaded weight. I would search other sites, I'd get different answers. Today, I have some information on the gas mileage of our 2025 Ram ProMaster 3500 super high roof, extra long van. After putting over 3,000 miles on it, I think I've got a good sense of what this van can do on the road. Now, before we get into the numbers, let me set the stage for you. On this trip, the van wasn't fully loaded with all the electrical, plumbing, and other modifications that we plan to add later on down the road. But I did have a luggage rack on the back with two 26-gallon plastic totes. They definitely caught some wind resistance along the way, so keep that in mind as we talk about fuel efficiency. My first major trip in the van was from San Antonio, Texas, all the way to the Atlantic Ocean in Florida. This was for disaster relief mission, and I spent 3 full days in the Georgia, Florida area. I was driving around town, helping out, and most of that driving was on small city roads at slower speeds. So on the freeway, I was really, pretty impressed with the mileage. I was able to maintain over 18 miles per gallon on the way there. Pretty solid, I would say, for a van this size. However, once I started driving around town, the number dropped a bit. After 3 days of city driving, my average fell to around 17 miles per gallon. Once I got back on the freeway and heading home to Texas, I was able to bring that average back up. By the end of the trip, I had an overall fuel efficiency of 18.1 miles per gallon. I will show that image. Not too bad, I would say, for such a big van, especially with some extra drag from the luggage rack. Previously, and the reason I say not too bad, I had a 1500 Silverado truck and I would pull a 28-foot travel trailer. I was only getting an average of 6 miles to the gallon. So going from that to being able to go on a trip and have 18 miles to the gallon, I'm happy with that. Also took the van on a shorter trip from San Antonio, Texas to Central Texas just prior to this trip. There, I went through the hill country. I had a lot of curves, and that affected the gas mileage. On this trip, I had a bike rack with 3 bicycles. They were loaded on the back, and my mileage wasn't as good. I averaged about 17 miles per gallon for the entire trip. All right, gas mileage for the 2025 Ram ProMaster, super high and extra length. Just to let you know here kind of what to expect. I'm going up a hill right now and not getting that great gas mileage at the moment, but you can see the average has been 16.3. Now that's me coming from San Antonio all the way through the hill country, but again, to be expected with the terrain and the curves that I encountered. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the gas mileage of the 2025 Ram ProMaster 3500. Of course, this could change once I add the electrical, the plumbing, and all the other things that will be added. But on this trip, I still had a lot inside the van, the beds and ice chest and various things. So it wasn't completely empty. If you're thinking about getting one of these for your own van life adventures, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what to expect. Thanks for watching these videos, and don't forget to subscribe to Vanish Life for more updates on our van build, family travels, and adventures on the road. I'll see you next time.